doesn't matter if you use 6 years for your master's. Within that 6 years, you should have accomplished some things.
I know you told your friend.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year once again.
Mhm.
So today's video, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be interviewing my friend. We studied in Germany together. She was my OG. So we're going to be talking about internships in Germany and how she went about it. She had an internship in Germany, so just ask her some questions and yeah, we'll see how that goes. So please introduce yourself.
Okay, everyone. Hi, everyone. My name is Fidaus Osman. I'm a Ghanaian. I moved to Germany to study material science and engineering, and I was in the same class with Adiola. And yeah, currently I'm working, yes, as a complexity reduction specialist.
Ooh, that sounds very fancy.
I know, nothing.
Okay,
Yeah.
so why did you decide to study in Germany?
I chose Germany because Germany offers a free tuition for people, international students as well. And we all know that going to study in like USA, Canada, the UK is very expensive. Well, the USA has scholarship. It's not easy to get those scholarship. So I'm like, okay, well, I just aligned to Germany because of the free tuition, even though you need a blocked account, but that was doable. So yeah, I chose Germany. And also I'm in science and engineering, and we all know that Germany offers one of the top-notch like innovative stuff in the world, like currently since now. So like, why not Germany?
That's
Even
right.
though Germany also comes with it like ups and downs, like the language and stuff, but it's a very good country to actually go to study here.
Yeah, 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 that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. So I have my questions here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be looking here a lot. So internship. Um, how did you find internship opportunities in Germany?
So let me say, finding internships in Germany is just as hard as finding like a real like a full-time job. And even I think even finding internships are even harder than finding a full-time job because it's like a lot of students want to do internship. It's not easy. You have like some schools require, it's a requirement for some schools you have to do internship. For me, it wasn't a requirement, but it's a necessity to have internship, to have this European experience.
That's right.
So yeah. So finding the internship was not easy at all. There are lots of work has to go into it. You have to search every day. Oh my god. It's like, and you apply for internships and they still ask for experience. I'm like, yo, I'm an intern. I need the
That's right.
experience. Why are you
That's
asking for
right. I'm supposed to
experience,
get this
right?
from you guys. That's right.
Exactly. So yeah, it wasn't easy at all. Like as an international student, and also the language. Most companies will want to do it in German. But like our advice is to fish out for international companies, and you definitely get like internship in English. It's actually it's not easy, but you definitely get one. The more you apply, you definitely get one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew a lot of our friends that didn't. So I'm like,
Did they
I'm
do
sure they
internship?
tried. They didn't. Maybe they tried,
They tried, yeah.
or maybe they just wanted to be done with studying. So
Right,
that's what
right.
it was.
For me, I have a theory that okay, you can be done with your study, but you are done and you don't have any experience.
What's the point?
Look, it doesn't matter if you use 6 years for your masters. Within that 6 years, you should have accomplished some things.
Mm-hmm.
Language, internship, then you graduate, then you have a job. But you rush and then finish and you don't even at least have an internship. The language I know it's very challenging, but at least try to find internships. If you can't find internships, try and get heavy jobs in the universities. So in Germany, they have these things called like the student assistantship.
Yeah.
All those ones are good experiences. You could actually add to your CV. Because trust me, these people really value experience from here, from Germany, from Europe. So you need to grab these opportunities. Internships are very important. I have a personal experience with it, so I always advise people to go for internships. Very good.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. So were there specific platforms or websites you found particularly helpful?
Definitely. So there are lots of websites to find internships. You have Indeed, very common one. I don't like Indeed. I don't search for jobs on Indeed, but I recommend it. You can, you I like you work with something that works for you, right?
Yeah.
Stepstone is there. There's Glassdoor, but my favorite is LinkedIn. Okay, look, if you're a student right now and your LinkedIn profile is not up to date, you're not serious. Like you don't know what. Like after watching this video, go back to your LinkedIn. Your LinkedIn is your online CV.
Yeah.
There are recruiters out there. That's their job to search for people, interns, employees, or whatever. So when your profile is popping, it's concrete. You have this good experience there. Sometimes you just get offers from recruiters on LinkedIn. They actually recommend positions to you, and with that one, you easily get interviews. So take your LinkedIn like profile search is very serious. Okay, and then LinkedIn jobs too. There every time they're like job openings. So for me, LinkedIn, and then also for my internship, my friend saw it on LinkedIn and then he forwarded it to me and I applied and I
Oh,
got it.
wow.
Prior to
Wow.
that, I've been applying for other internships that I didn't get, but like I got the interview, blah blah blah, you know. But
I remember the whole process.
this one
Yeah.
was mine, so I got it.
Yeah,
That's the
that's right. I
thing.
remember the
Yeah,
whole process.
yeah. So these are the
So,
platforms. Yeah. Oh,
yeah, okay.
let me add. Another thing is, I wish I did. You could actually ask your lecturers, cause these are lecturers. They work with lots of these companies. They do researches for them, blah blah blah. Ask them for recommendations. They can actually hook you up. It's all about networking, okay? Yeah.
Hmm, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
be
true.
shy. Don't be
Yeah,
shy. Just be bold and go. They even love it. For international students asking them for
yeah,
help. They love it. Yeah.
yeah,
So just ask.
yeah. Well, that makes sense. I didn't do internship, so I don't know how to contribute to this conversation. So the next question is, what was the application process like? What did you do?
Right. So the
Mhm.
application process in Germany, you need a cover letter, very annoying, I know, and then a CV.
Oh,
Okay. And usually with the CVs, you can put your picture on it or not. Okay.
I don't advise
Did
that.
I? Yeah, did I? I have some CVs where I have my, it depends on my mood, okay. Like, so
Yeah.
I also discovered this website I use to make my CV. It's called resume.com.
Okay.
It just makes the CV. It's black and white. Nothing fancy.
No
Blue. Nah,
colorful stuff.
it's black and white, straight to the point. So that's what I use my CV and also my cover letter. So usually my cover letter would have things that you don't see on my CV. Something about me
Mm.
personally, and a bit of experience too. There, something to actually captivate you.
Yep.
So yes, they always ask for cover letter in Germany. Cover letter, CV, cover letter, CV. Yeah. So
Sure,
you
nice.
should have that. If you don't have a CV, you should start making one already.
That makes one. That makes
It's not
sense.
easy, but yeah.
Okay. So, but for CVs, right? I feel like for companies that engineering companies, I don't think they care, right? But there are some companies because someone else will watch this video now and think that they need to go and start putting their pictures on their CVs. There are
Mm.
some companies that have this very funny stereotype that when they see that you're black, they just feel like you're incompetent, right? So I think you should also sieve out the information and check the company, check their website, check their staff retention, and before you
Yeah.
put your pictures, yeah,
Another thing is you being different. I
yeah,
mean, not being white could actually
yeah,
be advantage to you because of diversity. So,
that's right. Yeah, for
okay,
some
if you're a
companies, yeah.
hijabi, put it there. If you're black, put it there. I mean, they want diversity.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah. I mean, they are
But
that sometimes
it's not
works.
for all companies though.
Not for all companies, but me,
Yeah,
usually I don't put my picture. My name
yeah.
shows that I'm not white. So
Yeah, yeah, that's right. That's right. Your name shows like you are
yeah,
international.
I
Okay.
feel like at the back of my mind that actually also plays. Companies actually, I know now a lot of international companies are really into this diversity thing. And when I started working, I saw like my company is very very diverse. Oh, you see these people, different people, and it's so nice,
Yeah,
right?
that's
Yeah,
good. That's so good.
yeah.
I worked in a company where I was the first black person in about 5 years,
Wow,
and they eventually fired me within 2 months for asking questions.
crazy. for asking questions. They're supposed
I
to
was
ask
still in my
questions as a
probation.
new employee.
I was
That,
still in my probation period, and they're like, "Yeah, but
yeah,
you say you're an expert, but you're asking a lot of questions. Like, how do I know
no,
how you people run your company?
yeah, it's
But
there.
you're not asking
Doesn't
questions,
matter.
like crazy people." Okay, so as an international applicant, did you face any challenges when applying?
So it boils down to this time, right? So you don't actually know what is in that recruiter, the
Mm-hmm.
interviewer's mind.
That's right.
Sometimes you're in an interview and then everything goes so well, and then you think you're gonna get it, but you didn't get it.
All the time. I'm like,
Yeah,
what happened?
yeah. So I would say that if you don't get a slot, don't think about, oh, maybe because I'm black, that's why,
Yeah,
or because I'm this. Don't
yeah,
put it there. So
yeah.
you did well, you did your best. The
Mm-hmm.
job is not just for you, yours is coming. That's why. Me, I'm a very positive person. Look,
That's right.
rejections, don't, if you dwell on rejections, you will not get the energy to move on to
Move
apply for
forward.
the next one.
Move forward. That's right.
So I mean, I face challenges during the application where I feel frustrated, but I try to snap out of it.
Snap out
Look,
of it. Yeah.
I go and eat my fufu and light soup or something and move on. Watch, if I get a
That's the
goosey and eba,
spirit.
I eat
That's the
and
spirit.
move ahead and
Yes.
apply. Because if you don't
Yes.
apply,
And
nobody's going to
strategize.
exactly. Yeah, you're sad that you're rejected. You're not the first person to be rejected. Look,
And yes,
do you know
exactly.
the number of applications people put out? Over 100, and they still go and move ahead and apply. And the thing is,
Mm-hmm.
the more you apply, the more experience you become in job application, the more
Yes.
interviews you do, the more you get better at it.
Confidence. Yeah. Yeah.
So don't be down that way you were rejected. Look,
Yeah.
rejection is very normal.
It is.
It's
It
okay.
is.
But me, I know, like, definitely you'll be accepted. You will definitely be
Yeah.
accepted. The job that, yeah, and it will
Yeah.
even be a better one.
Definitely.
That it works like that every time. So I also say those are the challenges, like facing rejections, but try and snap out of it
Okay.
and look for it.
That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So the next point is about your internship experience.
Mm-hmm.
Can you share details um, about, or let me rephrase, how did you know what role to apply for?
Yeah. So yeah, so on LinkedIn I usually filter what I'm studying, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I look for some positions in material science engineering. I look for materials engineering, process engineering, metallurgist, manufacturing engineering. All those things fit, and you should also know some of the terms used in your field of study. So that when you are doing your search, you go straight to the point. You put in manufacturing engineering. So when you look at the job description, it actually fits your credentials. You apply. And one thing I would advise is try and have keywords from the job description in your CV.
That's right.
So that as soon as a recruiter takes your listing, say, okay, you've done processing of minerals, is there Python? Like, get some keywords. Let it also be in your CV. Hey,
That's right.
ChatGPT can help you with that.
That's right.
Okay,
That's right.
exactly. So, just exactly, yeah. Just know how to defend yourself during the interview and give examples of how you've used these tools, or how your success rates and all of that, how you've achieved whatever you said in your CV. Explain it in your interview.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. So, how did you find the work culture in Germany compared to other places you've experienced?
Hmm.
Because I think that you worked in Ghana before you came to Germany.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
What's
had some
what's the
work
work culture?
experience. I had some work experience in Ghana, but my internship was not in Germany. My internship was in France.
Okay.
But another thing is, me, I was not applying for internships only in Germany.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
was, look, spreading my
Traveling.
wings,
That's right.
Sweden, Netherlands, exactly, because it's EU.
Yeah.
And then I got internship in France for 6 months. So I went there to study, and it's in my field of study. It was a steel company.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very good company. So which I learned a lot from there.
Good. That's good. That's the
Exactly.
point. If you need to be able to learn something from
Yeah, 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 yeah.
international doing there.
So definitely, if I want to compare the working experience,
Mm-hmm.
in Ghana was good. In Ghana, I worked in a mining company, quite
Mm-hmm.
strict, unlike a government place.
Yeah.
Strict rules were working properly.
Yeah.
But also here, I saw the flat hierarchy. You could easily approach your boss. Your boss is
Mm.
sitting by in a meeting. It's easy. The interaction level,
Yeah.
the flat hierarchy thing and the work-life balance. It was just internship, but it was wholesome. So it's different. I think we could actually learn from these people back
Yeah.
at home. Don't overstress people at work. Let's prioritize work-life balance. If it's a Saturday, don't call me. Here, I like how they prioritize like that thing. If I'm on holidays, like please don't call me. I'm not available, and all of that. Yeah, and prior to like even doing my internship, as I said in Ghana, I also worked in a mining company. I worked with gold processing, and here I had to work with iron ore processing. So it's
Mm.
like a different knowledge altogether, a build up. Now I have gold knowledge. Now I have iron to steel, which is like
Ah,
steel is like using everywhere, right?
okay, okay.
So this company, yeah, I learned a lot. Very 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 helpful. Even though like I didn't I wasn't retained there. I'm very grateful because it's like they take
Mm.
interns every 6 months. They can't retain.
Wow,
Yeah, exactly. They
wow.
can't be retained, but I am glad for the experience, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Coming back to they taking interns every 6 months. Did you get
Mm-hmm.
paid or did you pay them to take you?
Yeah, I got paid. I got paid. I
Mm.
think how much? 1,400 euros.
Wow, that's good
Yeah,
money.
it's cool for yeah. In France, it's
Yeah.
not that expensive to. 1,400 euros. I mean, it was okay. It was just okay. And
Oh, that
then
makes
the
sense.
transportation is also covered. So
Oh.
usually interns will earn around that amount. But
Mhm.
like I know some people did their internship in Luxembourg, they earn like 2,000 euros.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean Luxembourg. So
Yeah.
and
That's
then like also one of our classmates, she did the internship in Switzerland. I think she also got 2,000 Swiss franc. Because over there the living expenses is like really high.
yeah.
But like
Yeah.
the guys from University of Kiel, and maybe you know some of them who did their internship in Luxembourg. What they do is they live in Germany at the border and then go to work in Luxembourg. So yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's the thing, right? So when you're looking for internship, don't just concentrate on the country. Look for
Okay.
the neighboring countries as well. They also have great opportunities. At the end of the day, it's a European experience. So get it.
Mm. Yeah, that makes sense. Speaking of location, how do you think location is important to where? I know you've spoken about it, but let's talk about it on a broader level.
Yeah.
How do you think location is important for where you get your internship?
Um. Yeah. Some people are actually lucky to get internships in the city where they study, so you don't have to look for a new place. But
Okay.
like if you are studying in a place like Kiel, like small cities, forget
Yeah.
about getting internships there because they don't really have so many companies.
Okay.
But if
Okay.
you're in like Munich, Berlin, or spaces like that, you could
Of
actually
course.
get internships in the city. But nevertheless, the location is very important. Even though I said, hey, it's good to search for internships outside like the country you're studying, it comes with its challenges.
Okay.
Like going to a new country again just for 6 months to go and
Mm.
do
Yeah.
internship, how to even find a place again.
I was gonna ask, how did you
Ex-
get accommodation?
I know, right? But luckily for me, the company, because they always have interns, they have an
Mm.
organized this thing. Like they give you recommendations of where to. They have like this place that students like could apply for accommodation. And for me, luckily for me, because I was studying in Germany, I was an EU student. Like no, I'm not EU, but I was studying in Germany. The hostels in there's a university close by. I lived in the hostel. Yeah,
Wow.
because they considered me as a student,
The
like in
student.
Europe. So
Yeah.
I was considered then really nice. So I stayed in the student accommodation in the hostel. So it's just if you find a situation where you have to do your internship outside the country, just reach out to the HR. They give recommendations, this, that, that. So yeah. Those are the some of the things that come with like applying for internships outside the country. Sometimes you need a working visa,
Hmm. Okay.
like I had to get a working visa, but the company did all of that, all the bureaucratic stuff. So I have to send some documents from my university, also some non-disclosure agreements and all of those things, send it to the company. Then they now sent me like one piece of paper that's from the France government. Then I had to go to Frankfurt to get my visa.
Wow.
I had to
Wow.
get a working visa. But there are some internships that in other countries you don't need a working visa because it's kind of under Erasmus, so you don't need a working visa. But this was my personal thing, right? So I needed a working visa.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
So you need to
Again,
find out
if you
about
have
all of these
questions,
things.
yeah, if you have questions, please reach out to us.
Yeah.
I didn't know all of this, right? Hmm. Okay. Did you face any cultural differences or challenges
In
during the time?
France?
Yeah,
You mean in the company?
both, both in the company and in the country.
Yeah, also culture shock working in a foreign country. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I sometimes miss working in Ghana. It's
Mm-hmm.
a bit relaxed
Yep.
and like the vibe. You come to work, everybody's joking
Everybody
together.
understands
Oh,
everybody. That's right.
but here it's like people are so. I'll say it's good to be
Uptight.
professional. It's good to be
Yeah.
professional, but like sometimes you need to loosen up a bit,
Losing up.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I actually do. I was telling a friend like when we were working in Ghana, like the vibe there. We actually like buy food early in the morning. And we're eating
Yep.
heavy food, you know,
That's
watching
right.
everybody's eating together. But here, nah,
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
Like you know how these countries like, right?
I
They are
understand.
very
Yeah.
different from us. I think that was my culture shock. Like people are more professional, right? I
Yeah.
mean, in a good way. Also, in Ghana, I want to say that we eating together and stuff is not professional. It's
Mm-hmm.
professional in its own way, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I think that was the only that was only the culture shock. And as I talk about the flat hierarchy stuff and all of
Mm-hmm.
those things. And also with the country in France, I think it's really hard to live in France if you're not a French speaker. When a company is an international company, everybody was speaking English, blah blah blah, was fine. But in France, oh my god, I think they don't like English language. If you can't
Oh.
speak, yeah, it's really not easy to live in France because they most of them cannot speak English. But
Oh.
they don't they are French, so I understand that.
Yeah.
I see that would be yeah.
I think it happens with a lot of Germans too. They don't want to learn English. They
Yeah. But
forget the
it's even
locals.
better in Germany. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, it's actually better in Germany to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to be making this video in two parts because this is about 20 minutes now. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to bore you guys. So I'm going to end this video here now and we're going to continue, you know, after now.
Okay.
I know you told your friend